Welcome to the Musar video blog. I hope everyone had a wonderful Pesach. And here we are now, day after Pesach, before Shabbos. So this week's Torah reading, Parshas Shmini, even though we're not going to the synagogue to hear it, but it's the weekly Parsha. And in Parshas Shmini we have one of the stories of the Torah that is really perplexing. It's the day when the Mishkan is finally being dedicated. It's the day when it's all being completed and the divine presence is coming down to rest amongst the Jewish people. And two of the sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, bring this strange, it's called strange, offering of incense. They go inside the Mishkan with this, and it was something that was not called for. They did it on their own. It was their personal decision to do it, and it was not commanded. And suddenly, a fire comes down and they are dead. Because that's a story that really needs a lot of study, understanding, many facets of it. But for our purposes, we'll just suffice with getting to the gist. I believe the gist of it is that they were at a state of spiritual, rapturous joy, filled with great passion, because this is an incredible moment for the Jewish people. And they just said, we have to do something. And they wanted to do their own self-expression, a meaningful, at least to them, meaningful spiritual activity. And they went inside with this incense, and it was not called for. It wasn't in the script. And boom. So I think the gist of is that even in something like spirituality, you can't always do what you want. Sometimes you have to do what's right, as God prescribes the steps that are necessary. These are the instructions. This is the way you have to do it. Okay, once you do what you have to do, and you want to do something that is acceptable within the parameters of the instructions, that's okay. But to step outside the parameters and do something that you want to do, even in something with spirituality, it's not always about doing what you want to do. I can't always do what I want to do, even if I find it meaningful. Even if it's something that, hey, this speaks to me. It has to be right. Okay, that's a whole discussion unto itself. How do we define if something is right or wrong? But whatever it may be, there is sometimes a line where this is going beyond what's acceptable. I think that's the gist. Now, moving that over to a Musar discussion, it brings us to the point that it's actually good in a Musar practice to sometimes get used to not getting what I want. This is what I would like, and we're saying, no, but I can't do that. Even though that's what I want, that's what I want to, that I really feel a drive for that, and it would make me feel great. But sometimes you just can't do it. And it's good to train ourselves to do exercises to get used to the idea that I can't always have what I want. It's not about me. There's a higher order, there's a right and there's a wrong, and it's about submitting to what's right and what's wrong. So I just look at the situation we're in right now, this pandemic, and there's just so many things that I would like to do this, I would like to go here, I wish I could, etc. And I can't. And we're being forced to get used to the idea that you can't always get what you want when you want it. And if we look at it from Musar perspective, with Musar eyes, we can see that this is actually a very valuable experience. Getting used to the idea of not getting what I want, not being able to do what I would like to do, not having the opportunity that I would like to have. So, given the situation, this is just another area where we can use this as an opportunity to grow. See you next time.